Sir, have the patience to listen. I can't help it. Every member seems to understand. They don't want to understand. Growth rate of 8.9% CAGR of repayment of oil, fertilizer and FCI bonds. Actually, what is the principle, sir? Just for the records. So now I move to issues which have been raised by honourable members. I have broadly grouped them, and therefore, instead of going by member, issues raised by 3 or 4 members have been grouped together, and I speak in response to their issues. Sir, there was this concern on rising unemployment, especially among youth. Several members, I've got a list of about 11 of them who've spoken on it. I want to highlight the fact that according to the 23-24 annual periodic labour force survey, labour force participation rate has increased from 49.8% in 2017-18 to 60% in 23-24, reflecting a rise of about 10.3 percentage points. Worker population ratio, sir, has increased from 46.8% in 2017 to 17-18 to 58.2% in 23-24, reflecting a rise of 11.4 percentage points. Unemployment rate has declined from 6% 2017-18 to 3.2% in 23-24. Sir, the Rozgar Mela, which Honourable Prime Minister hands over appointment letters, 2.5 lakh appointment letters have been issued for central government jobs in 14 editions, which have been held till date from October 22. So the concerns about high inflation, especially food inflation. Inflation management, sir, actually receives the highest priority of this government. Overall retail inflation is within the notified tolerance band of 2.6%, 2 to 6%, sir. And there are very many parameters which we keep monitoring so that affordable rates, food materials are distributed to people. I've said this before, I'll repeat some of them again. I just want to highlight the fact that food inflation, which was affected because of adverse weather conditions or supply chain disruptions, have all been attended to. We are still continuing to do it. Water levels in reservoirs are also being monitored. It has improved so that water adequacy for irrigation for rabi crop production is ensured. As of January 23rd, the reservoir level was 66.1% of the current live storage capacity. As per RBI, sir, the latest meeting of the MPC that they held on 7th February, CPI inflation for 25-26 is projected lower at 4.2%. Just one or two highlights here, sir. It's important for us to understand that double-digit headline inflation over 10% seen during the UPA regime is not the case now. It is a thing of past. I want that to be clear. NDA 99-2004 food inflation was only 2.2%. UPA 1 2004 to 2009 food prices soared to 6.5%, creating pressure on household budgets. UPA 2 2009 to 14 food inflation reached a staggering 11%, causing severe hardship for the public. NDA 2014 to 2024, food inflation was brought down to 5.3%, indicating a robust focus on supply chain improvements and agricultural reforms. So fuel inflation under UPA 2 was 8.9% compared to NDA 2014 to 24, which is at 4.4%, highlighting better management of global price volatility under NDA. Sir, LP I'm coming to that, sir. LPG cylinders. Sir, LPG cylinders, sir. Before April 2014, nearly 45% of Indian households did not have access to clean cooking fuels. In contrast, LPG coverage under NDA has reached near saturation. Total domestic active LPG customers have more than doubled from 14.52 crores in April 2014 to 32.89 crores as of December 2024. After a targeted subsidy of 300 rupees a cylinder for PM Ujjwala Yojana consumers, the Government of India is providing 14.2 kg LPG cylinders at an effective price of 503 rupees per cylinder in Delhi, which is available for more than 10.33 crore Ujjwala beneficiaries across the country. So, under the PM Ujjwala, sir, the refill rate, about which I think one or two members mentioned, that is the per capita consumption, is 4.4 cylinders in a year. So about this, oh, don't you see it in the ground? Prices are going up and so on. The measures that Government of India have taken are very important, and even in this budget, I have taken steps to say we should have better productivity in agriculture. We should also have vegetables and fruits grown so that the supply side problems can be better administered. PM Dhan Dhanya Krishi Yojana, Developing Agricultural Districts program, is a very important one where 100 low productivity agricultural districts are being focused, and we are going to build those districts like the way Honorable PM gave attention for aspirational districts, for social welfare indicators. So shall we do on agricultural productivity in these 100 districts where the productivity now is very low. Then Atmanirbharta and pulses, comprehensive program for vegetables and fruits, national mission on high-yielding seeds. These are steps which we are doing in this budget. We have made an effort. Other than that, sir, Bharat Dal brand products and distribution of onions. Bharat Chana Dal, actually in this year, where only 3 quarters have gone, the phase 2, 76.3 thousand tons have already been sold. Total quantity which we want to reach is 13.08 lakh tons. Bharat Atta, sir, 88,000 tons have already been sold, and 16.08 lakh tons is what we want to target, so that affordable atta, affordable chana dal can reach common people. Bharat Rice, similarly, 45,000 tons have already been distributed. 15.03 lakh tons will be distributed. Bharat Chana whole, 7,553 tons have been already sold. Moong dal, 6,637,000 tons have already been sold. And onion for Rabi 2024, 85,524 tons are already sold at affordable prices. That is 35 rupees per kg onion has been sold, and people are benefiting by these steps. Sir, I want to come to the third point which people have raised, depreciation of the Indian rupee, on which several honorable members have spoken. I want to respond to that, sir. Various domestic and global factors influence the exchange rate of Indian rupee, such as the movement of dollar index, trend in capital flow, level of interest rates, movement in crude prices, current account deficits, etc. So the currency volatility across major countries is really extensive, sir. You get information on that. The US dollar index rose 6.5% during October 24 to January 25. आ रही हूँ सर, उसमें भी आ रही हूँ. हाँ, आ रही हूँ. Major Asian currencies such as South Korean won, Indonesian rupiah, Malaysian ringgit, depreciated by 8.1%, 6.4%, and 5.9% respectively in this period. G10 currencies, sir, also depreciated during this period by more than 5.5%. So, for instance, Japanese yen depreciated by 7.0%, British pound 6.6%, and 5.8% is the euro. So, this is even acknowledged. It might be helpful to quote this, sir, by the former RBI Governor Sri Raghuram Rajan, who even participated in the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Raghuram Rajan, sir, former RBI Governor, on 15th January 2025, this year January, said, and I quote, yes, I quote it. We'll quote all of them. No worries. Yes. I'll quote all of them in the context. Now this is the context in which I want to quote it. Sir, have the patience to listen. You can always question me. You questioned almost for 3 days. I'm coming back to give my reply. Should have the patience and endurance to listen, please. Raghuram Rajan, sir, has commented, and I quote, thank you. The fixation, yes, thank you very much. The fixation, of course, is always with the rupee-dollar exchange rate. I'm quoting, sir. The fixation, of course, always is with the rupee-dollar exchange rate. And reality is, dollar has been strengthening against many currencies. If you look at euro versus dollar, dollar could buy 91 cents in the euro at the beginning of last year, and now it buys 98. So there's been about a 6% or 7% appreciation in the euro. That's about what has happened to the rupee. From about 83 to 86 change, maybe even a little less than what has happened to the euro. So it's really a dollar issue, unquote. So the dollar, I really quote, I continue, it means what it says. It means what it says. If they refuse to understand it, I can't help it. Every member seems to understand. They don't want to understand. Sir, quote again. Listen, madam. The dollar is strengthening partly because of the thought that the new administration, with applied tariffs, the deficit may go down. The trade deficit for the US, that will strengthen the dollar. There's also some potential safe haven buying at this point into dollar assets. So given all that, I wouldn't be overly worried, unquote. So he says about the Indian rupees VIX, and he is not worried. Whereas our people here more worried about rupee depreciating. When I said the dollar is appreciating and the rupee is remaining stable, they said, oh, what? This is no explanation. Now when Raghuram Rajan says it, they don't want to hear it. If you look at the real, he continues. Raghuram Rajan continues. If you look at the real effective exchange rate of the rupee, yes, listen to this, please. If you look at the real effective exchange rate of the rupee, it has not depreciated that much. So that's what it means. He summarized it in one sentence. If you look at the real effective exchange rate of the rupee, it has not depreciated that much. Some nominal depreciation might be useful for exports, unquote. Sir, no, we won't accept it because it doesn't suit us. Sir, decline in household savings, household debt increased, was also a point which at least 3-4 members have spoken. I want to say some facts for them. Household savings consists of net financial plus physical savings, increased by a compound average growth rate of 8.9% CAGR from 2019-20 to 22-23. There is a reallocation of savings by households to real assets. In the post-COVID period, sir, household real estate investments have increased considerably. The share of savings in physical assets in gross household savings has steadily increased from 30.8% in 2015-16 to 42.7% in 22-23. So, according to the National Account Statistics, household savings in physical assets have increased by a compound average growth rate of 15.6% from 2019-20 to 22-23. Sir, public spending slashed. I've addressed this issue a bit earlier, but I want to say this again. Total expenditure of the union budget, sir, in 25-26 is projected to be about 50.65 lakh crores. Total expenditure in this budget is 50.65 lakh crores, which is higher by about 2.44 lakh crores and 3.49 lakh crores than 24-25 BE and RE of 24-25. The capital expenditure, I would reiterate here, because many people seem to think that capital expenditure has come down. No, capital expenditure was 11.11 lakh crore last time. Now it is 11.21 lakh crore, so it has only gone higher. And as said earlier, the effective capital. नहीं बोलती हूँ उसके ऊपर. The effective capital expenditure for 25-26 is pegged at 15.48 lakh crores. The net additional spending, sir, the net additional expenditure. This is important. I'd like to seek the attention of the House. The net additional expenditure of 2.44 lakh crores, which is higher, that is, in BE 2025-26 over 2024-25, is mainly going to finance three major items. Interest payment, 1.13 lakh crores. Central sector schemes, 1.06 lakh crores. Centrally sponsored schemes, 0.35 lakh crores. Sir, we also, and I want this to be, again, with your indulgence, I seek honourable members' attention on this point. We also had the onerous burden of repayment of oil, fertilizer and FCI bonds raised during the UPA era. UPA time oil bonds, UPA time fertilizer bonds and FCI bonds are being repaid now. This year and the coming year, the budget which is before us, we will be paying just the interest and not the principal amount. And what is the interest, sir? 24-25, the current year, 5,946 crore has just gone for interest on oil and FCI bonds taken during their time. Now, 3,524 crores will go for just the interest in 25-26 budget. Actually, what is the principal, sir? Just for the records, 24-25, the principal due is 44,701 crores. 25-26, the principal is 40,464 crores. So let's not forget debt considerations, worries about debt. Money is going for interest payments, sir. Professor should take cognizance of the fact. Sir, also, I just want to highlight, for instance, public spending outlays in health, education, social welfare, rural development have increased from 4.16 lakh crore to 5.54 lakh crores between 2021 to 25-26. So there is no cut in any of these. Repeatedly we have people asking questions. It's okay to ask questions, but I am giving you the answer that nothing has come down there. So fiscal consolidation was another issue on which many members were worried, saying, is it being done at the cost of public spending and social sector spending? Education budget reduced. PM Poshan, Jal Jeevan Mission.
ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಧ್ವನಿ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಚಾನೆಲ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಬೆಲ್ ಐಕಾನ್ ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ.